By the Middle Silurian, around 425 million years ago, a quiet revolution was taking place along the coastlines. On sandy and muddy flats where the tide retreated, patches of green spread across the wet ground not from seaweed, but from some of the earliest vascular plants known to science, Cooksonia. These tiny plants stood only a few centimeters tall, with simple branching stems tipped by round sporangia that released spores into the air. They had no leaves, no roots, and no flowers, but they carried a vital innovation, vascular tissue. This allowed them to move water and nutrients internally, making them the first step toward the towering forests that would one day cover the planet. Cooksonia did not grow in isolation. The same coastal flats and estuaries were also covered by dense mats of algae, especially green algae and early charophytes, the closest living relatives of land plants. These mats trapped sediments, stabilized the shoreline, and provided an anchor for Cooksonia's simple stems. The algae's photosynthesis enriched the surrounding water and soil with oxygen and organic matter, while the plants added vertical structure to an otherwise flat habitat. This coexistence was more than a coincidence, it was an ecological partnership shaped by the environment. Algal mats could withstand tidal flooding and drying, protecting young Cooksonia from being washed away, while the plants took advantage of newly exposed ground to spread. Together, they created small, oxygen-rich patches at the water's edge, supporting early invertebrates that ventured between land and sea, such as primitive millipedes and tiny arthropods. In the grand timeline of life, this scene was humble but historic. The Cooksonia algae coastal mats represented one of the earliest steps in transforming barren shorelines into living landscapes. They bridged two worlds, the ancient aquatic ecosystems dominated by algae, and the new terrestrial realm that vascular plants were just beginning to claim. It was the start of a partnership that, in various forms, continues even today in wetlands and tidal marshes around the world.